I don't know if you guys have heard, Brian. You've not spoken about it much, but you've kind of been, you've been doing a little boxing training, and more recently, it's gone from one thing to another, and suddenly you end up in the ring with Viddal Riley.
Yeah, there was a moment there. Yeah,
that's a little awkward, though, isn't it? Because you've been good friends with this guy. You don't want to have to hurt him.
Well, I came back to the kickoff that day. Do you want to say what I said, Rory? Do you?
Well, I just remember you were in trouble. It was. Yeah, I remember it was big, wasn't it?
Yeah, you came back with a bad headache, it's fair to say.
No, my exact words were, I've been hit the hardest I've ever been hit in my entire life.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I
can see why, though.
To be clear...
No, don't feel bad. I mean, it's a good thing.
Yeah, no. I'm with you.
When your mate who's taken up a boxing career gives you the biggest dig of your life, you go, well, he's going to do well then.
So, before we get into how well or bad you do, how do you even get into that situation where you've talked yourself into, yeah, sure, this is a good idea?
No, genuinely, I do remember this because I went and it was my first sparring session back, and obviously, and people have seen the rebuild. I normally it's jabs and body shots, and Derek goes, "Fucking hell, he's a maniacal man." He goes, "Get in the ring. You're sparring Viddal today," and I'm like, "Okay, are we
Riley?"
And I'm like, "Your son, yeah?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Both hands?" He's like, "Knock him out. I want you to knock him out." I'm like, he's right there, by the way. Yeah. This is his own son. He's like 2 meters away. I'm like, who hit? And he's like, I want you to knock him out. I'm like, but he's then going to try and knock me out. And he's like, he won't. It's fine. I was like, and then before I know it, I'm in the ring. I've got my head guard. And about a minute's gone by, and I look at Viddal, and I thought, fucking hell, I'm in the ring with Viddal.
Yeah.
Like, it hit me, but like, I don't know how, but it didn't hit me until about a minute in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, where I'm like,
would you have rather that, though, than being pre-warned?
You know what it is? Whenever I turn up to the gym, I always just accept whatever Derek says. I'm doing it. You know, you're the same. Like, you just have to.
I just go, okay.
Right, you don't. You definitely don't argue.
Hey,
do you know what I mean?
How do you do?
Oh, fuck me.
It's getting better. It's getting better, yeah.
Because it's not just been one session, has it?
No, it's been multiple sessions.
How many has it been now? Twice you've been in?
Is this the third one?
It's the third one, yeah.
Okay.
So the first one, I got to hide, and I got to be honest, I had to tap out there. I was like, I've fucked. You've done me here.
What do you think when you hear your own father across the ring saying to a man who's bigger than you, knock my son out?
Well, I think he shouldn't be able to do it. If I do what he tells me to do, he shouldn't be able to achieve that. So I don't feel any way. I'm just like, well, yeah, good. Put me in that position. That's what I'm in. So, try it, and I can stop you. I should be able to stop you from doing that. But the difference between sparring 1 and sparring 3, big difference. I was today really impressed. Really impressed.
Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Good.
What was the difference?
Just confidence, knowing what to expect, getting used to the pain of it, and when the opportunities are, pacing, stuff like that is a big difference, because I feel like it's getting comfortable. You're getting comfortable with it. It's like, it's going to be hard, it's going to be high intensity, but you know what to expect. And I'm still controlled. We're not warring, and it's still controlled. It's intense, but it's controlled.
It's a weird one, because you fight with like this intelligent aggression. So you're always in my face, and it feels like there's immediate danger. But you have to sort of switch that that part of your brain off and go, think about what to do. Don't think about the fact that he's closing you down all the time. And it's very, I can imagine. I'm lucky that I get multiple attempts to do this. Yeah. Because if this was my one and only goal, I imagine fighters break under that all the time.
How does time feel for you when you're in the ring? Does it go quite fast? Or is it quite slow?
Fast.
It's long,
very long.
But I mean, does stuff slow down for you?
Yeah.
Like, do you begin to feel more methodical?
It feels long, because about a minute in, I'm like, okay, fucking hell. Feels like we've been in here 2 minutes now. I look at the clock, 1 minute.
1 minute, literally, I try not to look at the clock. Yeah. I try not to look at the clock.
Because he's so fast and powerful. I just want to explain this, right? When I got hit by him that first time hard, right? He hit me with a right hook. It was a moment of like, because it was my first...
To the body?
No, to the head. All right. It was my first one back, and I went,
He looked over like, oh, good one.
Genuinely, I thought, what the fuck was that? And I've been hit in bar fights by like big men, you know what I mean?
What was that?
No, genuinely, Rory. It felt like a fucking car accident, man. Like, it felt like, in my head, I thought, how the fuck do people take these? Like, it was just like another level, man. I got to give credit, right? In my head, because this is the thing, I knew he was fast, I knew he was athletic, but I didn't fully get a comprehension of the power until you take one of those shots. And also, we wrestled a lot. You're very strong as well. I came out thinking, you could do fucking MMA. You've got a good all-round athletic.
What do you do against it? Are you defending? Are you trying to attack? Are you pushing back? What's your tactics?
By the third one, I'm able to get your heart rate going on.
Yeah, by today, it's a lot better. Attacking, defending, bit of moving around.
What's Bryce's shot? What's his shot that you have to look out for?
You know what? He punches at the same time as me. Like quite a lot. I know.
Yeah, I don't bottle it like.
No, so it's like when I'm punching, he punches.
So what are you trying to do there? Trade 1 for 1?
Yeah. I don't back out because in my head it's just like.
So it's good timing. Good timing.
I can feel when I'm learning. I think in my head, I'm not saying I've got Viddal's timing down.
Yeah.
But the fact that I'm getting used to it, all right, he's gonna go now. Like I'm getting there. So when I spar a regular guy, they're fucked basically because I'm in there with
easy.
Yeah, I'm in there with an elite guy and I'm clipping him every now and then.
Yeah,
even you came in the day and went, "Oh, you got us with a good one."
Yeah, I got a little scratch on my lip. So you can't see it on the camera.
Yeah,
that's why you don't know that.
Yeah, that's how
you don't show
all the time.
You're a bit like your dad.
Yeah,
you have a stone face. You're good poker face.
You can't show it, even if I'm tired.
Yeah,
because as Gib was saying, he's like, I looked at your heart rate, it's on 90, but when I look in the ring, you're still working. Yeah. It's like, I don't even want you to know my heart rate's on 90. I want you to feel like yours is on 95. It probably is.
Yeah.
If I'm on 90, you're probably on 90.
Yeah, I got the one thing I have a bit of success with is trying to wrestle you into the corner and try.
Yeah, that does work.
But it's the hardest workout of my entire life. Not even close.
Are you going 100 miles an hour? Are you giving everything you've got?
I'm telling you now, I give everything. You know it, Viddal. You know it.
You better say that. You know what? That's probably watching.
Bro,
I don't really try. He's gonna go, what?
I'm at puke point by the time 4th round is over. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm done. Fucked. You know what I mean?
Make him throw up.
You think a lot when you're in there. That's what I've noticed.
I think a lot.
Yeah, you do little setups where you'll touch me certain places and go boom, 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 and then as soon as my hands go, you're coming up.
Go again.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Like you got to
set the traps.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like whatever move you make, I want to nip it in the bud immediately. If I notice something within seconds, if I know this will cancel it, I'm gonna do it. I don't believe in letting things play out, giving it a chance, because you never know, you might time it wrong. Just as soon as you see a new idea, get out of the way. If Brian's hitting me with a couple of jabs, get out of the way. Don't back all the way up, and little stuff like that. Just try and nip it in the bud.
On the morning of, I wake up and I go,
oof, it's that day.
It's that today. Yeah.
And I have an extra Weetabix, you know what I mean? I'm like, gonna need everything I can get today. Any advantage. Yeah. I'm not even lying, lads. I swear I'm right. And obviously, it's the one time I have flashbacks to deep sea diving, right? Because when Derek puts the headgear on, obviously before you put your diving gear on, you put the helmet on, and when you put the gear on, it gives me that remembrance in my head of this might go wrong, and I have that exact same feeling as when I'm about to do a dive, as when I'm going in the ring with him.
There's proper jeopardy involved.
So it's like, this could get bad. I've felt this go bad before. So I'm like, and then I look at Viddal. Viddal's nice, because he looks at me and he knows I'm a bit like, oh. So he's like, all right, mate. I'm like, cheers, mate. Appreciate that. He's a real one.
No, because it's not about being evil. You know what I mean? It's not about that, but it's just. It's the sport.
Yeah.
It's just like you got to be able to see your friend and want to punch a hole in him. And then when the round's done, be like, did that hurt? He's like, yeah, it was cool. Yeah. Like, that's the understanding you got to get to.
We need to
to
work on our
improve.
But
friendship.
if you don't have that nervous
you wanna
energy,
play?
though.
You want to play?
Yeah, we need to work on our friendship, man.
Yeah, exactly.
We need,
If you want to work on it, I'm more than happy to punch the
I need to
shit out
punch a
of you.
hole in you.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. You know what's even better is you sat opposite Brian, and that was probably the first time he's heard you go, yeah, I wanted to punch a hole in you.
It's weird though, but you do gain the respect. Like you sent me an odd message going like, you know, after you say one. You go there with each other. You learn about each other in a different way.
You do. You see how deep you can go. You know.
Yeah, there's a side. Yeah, sorry, Adam.
Pause.
There's a side though when you're punching the hell out of each other, where in your head you go, I know that one fucking hurt, and your mate looks back at you and keeps coming forward. You build up this level of like. Fair fucking play.
But it's why we always see boxers or any fighters have that beef, and then when it's all said and done, it's and we all look at it and think, "Oh, piss off! You've just fooled us into giving our money." But really, it's because they've just gone to kill each other, and
Mate,
now
so
let's
much
embrace
respect,
each other.
so much respect for getting in, for anyone who's even considered getting in. It's like it sets you apart.
You and I have been.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. It's a bit like sex in the regard of like you're having an experience with someone which is a completely different side of their normal everyday self, where you're learning about a completely different side of them. When you're being violent towards someone. And they're being violent back to you. It's not the normal version of them. So you're learning like the dark side in the back of their head. It's coming out, and you're sharing this weird experience.
It is weird. I don't know. It's hard to
So after it's done and you've thrown everything at each other, you can't not help but respect each other.
Yeah, the fact that you could withstand what I'm giving to you. Vice versa, it deserves respect.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Yeah,
it's like married sex.
Because I'm thinking I'm dangerous. You know, I'm thinking I'm dangerous. I can hurt you. You're thinking, okay, I can hurt you, and for us to both achieve that, but it doesn't end anything, and you can go to the final bell and be like, no, good. That deserves respect, in my opinion. You know.
This is just a warning.